How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 7, Episode 7 of Fear the Walking Dead. This episode is titled The Portrait. None of that. It was all disconnected with CRM nonsense that didn't do anything. Apparently it's Al's last episode of the season. What the fuck is the point of that? Like, why? Why? You could have just did what you did with Wendell. Like, Wendell just disappeared. And then he's come back. Like, you could have just done that, Fear. You could have just done that. You didn't need a whole episode dedicated to Al. Fuck off. No one cares. I don't care. You know? Like, get to the main fucking plot, which is Strand and the fucking dud warhead that's the Stalkers have got, and where the fuck is Alicia and Padre and all that nonsense. That is the shit I care about. Not Al, like, being, ooh, I need to find my girlfriend. Last episode was a bit of a poop fest. Nothing really happened. It was focused on Al trying to find her girlfriend, Isabel, and it didn't really do anything for the overall story at all. All that happened was CRM soldiers with shit aim tried to kill everyone, but then they died. That's pretty much all that happened. The whole group is back together apparently. Well, not the whole group. We're still missing Dwight Sherry and all the people at the tower. Last episode was also Al's last episode of this season, which is weird considering you could have just did what you did with Wendell and just write her out of the story without, you know, spending a whole episode on her. She just disappears. You just say she's at the sub, right? That's all you have to say. I want to get back to what's going on with the dud warhead that the Stalkers have. What about Padre? What's going on with that? Where's Alicia? You know, everything. Everything. Literally everything. Besides the CRM shit. So we'll have to see if this episode is good, because we all know the rest of the season has not been that great. Anyway, let's stop doolallying around and get right into the fucking episode.
I found something.
Okay, we'll go back to this. The dud. That's all I wanted. They're gonna infiltrate the tower, right? And it's gonna explode in the tower. Artists, painters. Is fucking Jadis here? Wow, he's getting someone to paint him. He's literally a dictator. Like, come on.
I don't want a portrait of you. I want a portrait of me.
What?
Who I am. What I've built.
You've put a penis.
If anyone's gonna see this in 1,000 years, we need to populate the tower.
I just admitted someone with your skill set.
Well, we can't. You should have multiple people, right? Have more people doing the same like skill set. You can get shit done faster. More medics can help more people. More carpenters can build more shit. Engineers.
There's an intake.
Oh god, it's a fucking montage, dude.
How much longer will this take?
Just a few more sittings.
I'm sorry, you're not what I'm looking for.
You've rejected everyone this week. Those people had skills we could use.
Howard's questioning him.
You're gonna want to see this one for yourself.
It's Morgan, right?
To what do we owe the pleasure?
Is she
I need
sick?
your help, Victor. Something wrong with her, and we need to see June. This little
What?
girl.
The way that environment is, it's all like grey and then it's just green. A nuke doesn't just stop, like right at the border. You know, it keeps on going for a little bit. It feels like a Minecraft biome. It just cuts off.
Let me see.
You have to make it perfect. What the fuck? That's pretty sick. Does he see himself as a monster type of thing? That's really good though. That's a good fucking portrait. Why?
She doesn't see me. No one does.
Why? You heard me.
Everyone's questioning his leadership. I mean, he's not a good leader, I don't think. Strand has always been out for himself. Like, he's never led the pact. I guess he did in season 2, but, like, he was still thinking about himself, right? That's not the tower. That's too small to be the tower. What? My god, it's Glenn. Well, I wonder if they might have used one of them pictures there.
You know Wendell's here.
Mm-hmm.
June and...
Well, where is he then?
Not so...
Alicia.
I don't know.
I mean, she's clearly alive. Because otherwise you wouldn't have the actress in the credits.
I got to the bunker after Victor.
She would have died by the time you arrived.
Alright, calm down.
It's certainly better than out there. Got medicine, supplies, I'm able to help people.
Norrie's detected some movement.
Detected some movement? What the fuck does that mean? He's not a submarine.
You got something better than this?
Maybe.
What?
Have you though?
John died because he ran.
That's not why he died, though. It's not why John died. Come on, June.
Looks like that baby just earned you a holiday.
What you built here, Victor?
It sucks.
An oasis in the middle of the blast.
Based on where you are, it's not in the middle of the blast. It was like on the edge of it, but still.
There's something I need you to do for me.
Which is what? Can't expect me to make a deal I don't know the terms of.
This isn't a negotiation.
Is that loaded, though? Like, realistically, is it loaded?
All right.
Fuck off. Catapult? Wait, what the fuck? What? I don't think so. I mean, wasn't Negan gonna do something like that? Wasn't that the idea in, like, season 8? Whoa, what the fuck?
The Stalkers. They're here. He wants to talk to you.
Who? The leader? Who the fuck is this shit?
See, we got your attention.
A call would have sufficed.
You really don't recognize my voice.
Oh, no?
I knew my instincts were right. I turned you away before. What do you want?
A beginning for my people.
How the fuck did they find a catapult?
Were those walkers you launched contaminated?
Oh, that makes sense. That's why they exploded.
I saw a warhead out there that hadn't detonated.
I didn't ask your opinion.
I can stop this before it begins. The MREP's out there and it still has a little juice left in her and we scavenged some ammo.
How do I know you're not working with these masked assholes?
Why the fuck would he
I
work
have
with
no
them?
way. You could trust me on this.
No.
For fuck's sake, Victor, just do it!
Oh.
Are you okay?
Has he been poisoned? There was a drink poisoned?
How long was I out?
Just 10 minutes.
This isn't a coincidence. They did this to me.
Is Dory on the roof yet?
What do you say, JD?
I got him in my sights.
Wendell! Holy shit! After how many episodes? Wendell appears. He's back. Also,
Coming in hot, Howie.
John Dory's shaved.
Stand by and stay locked.
Don't let whatever's gone down between us stop you from taking my help when you need it. Let me help.
There's no radios allowed in the tower. Everything's hardwired.
I mean, you must have them for when you go out.
I'm sorry, Morgan. You don't get to ask questions.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Ollie, are you there?
Everyone's gonna start
I
questioning
repeat,
Strand's
Ollie,
leadership.
are you there?
Ain't coming.
Oh. Oh shit! It's coming up the elevator shaft.
They're early.
Well, I mean, it's just a wake-up call, I guess.
Get these artifacts away from the windows!
You'll talk to him.
I don't get the Stalker's tactic here. Let's try and blow up the tower, even though we want to get in there to have a fresh start. Like, what's the point?
Someone must have put it in your food.
Come on. Hey! Hey!
Calm down, dude. Like, holy shit.
You think we poisoned you?
No, Morgan did. Look how he's over his shoulder.
You're angry I turned your sister away.
What?
Did what?
You're coming with me.
Oh, fuck off. Not
You're
this
leading me
again.
down to the armory.
I guarantee Morgan poisoned him. Who else would poison him? Because he had that drink with Morgan, right? Unless it was the painter. Maybe. Why the fuck are they in the elevator shaft?
Must be trying to take shelter from the first blast.
Why would you hide in the elevator shaft when there's fucking bombs going off? Dumbasses.
I'm not lowering you or her down there.
You don't lower us down, we all die.
Well, I mean, they're not going to kill everyone in the cast. Behave.
Where's the armory?
Bottom floor. Basement.
You get to the basement.
Yeah. Oh no, don't slide down there with no gloves on, dude. Well, that would fuck up your hands.
I don't move from here until she's down here in my arms.
How's he going to get her down there in your arms?
You're not gonna come back for me, are you?
I mean, maybe. No promises.
Alicia.
Said you didn't know where she was. Well, why don't you just look for her?
Because he's a coward.
We'll be back. Promise.
Wait, the inside the tower?
Did you do it? Are they gone?
Grace and Sarah did the rest, and it's them that you have to thank.
Don't you ever use my medical skills again to help you get what you want.
How did you get the baby back up, Morgan?
But you're gonna have to make this the kind of place that she'd want to live.
We will.
We? All that build-up just for them to come to get... What a... Oh, hey, there it is. Morgan poisoned him.
Was your baby even sick?
Oh, Morgan!
If I had any idea what Arnold was planning.
Fuck off, Howard, dude. Fuck off,
Back
you
away.
shit.
Take him to the roof.
Oh, fuck off. You're not gonna kill Morgan. Stop it, dude. Why didn't Morgan, like, wash his hands after?
You shouldn't watch this.
Some of the walkers got loose. I'll find them. I'll help you remove them.
Do you think she's telling the truth?
I think so.
Grace, don't do it!
Shut up. The deal struck. Do as you please.
What? What kind of fucking camera angle is that? What?
But you've got nothing to worry about.
He's gonna find like Mickey in that because Mickey knows a way in, right?
Get someone to retrieve my painting.
Grace says she can find the irradiated dead if you give her access to a few pieces of equipment. I can have Juliana come to clean and repair it.
Blood coming down. Or was it like Two-Face kinda?
I wouldn't let Morgan Jones make you second guess yourself.
I feel Howard's definitely questioning some of the decisions Strand's making, 100%.
She's got to get used to her new father sometime.
What the fuck? So it's kind of like Two-Face. He's got blood on half his face.
I know you're there.
What? Dwight Sherry?
I am not in the mood for this.
Ah! Yes, Dwight and Sherry, the horses, right?
You're alive?
So are you.
There's some things you ought to know about them.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, so they're with the Stalkers now? Are the Stalkers Padre? Was I right about that? As if they just got tense.
How long you been running with these people?
Only a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks.
The leader wants to talk to you.
The leader.
Arnold,
It's
just show me
Alicia.
where he is.
Her.
You mean she?
It's Alicia. Obviously. Come on. She's the leader of the Stalkers. I said that. I said that. When I don't know what episode I said it, but I said it. I mean, it's clearly Alicia. The build-up is ridiculous. What's that build-up for? Like, come on. It's kind of obvious. Finally see her. After fucking 7 episodes.
You're the ones who attacked the tower?
No, those aren't my people.
All hands!
What the fuck is this now? This fucking cliffhanger. What is this? They've 88. Fuck.
Don't shoot! Don't!
Fucking idiots! Fucking clowns, dude. Well, there's no need for that excessive gore. Like, get out of there now. Run. 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 Run! Oh, cliffhanger. Are you kidding me, dude?
I'm well.
Fuck off! Okay. I was worried next episode would just be a flashback episode. Thank fuck. Holy shit, I was worried then. Let's be honest, that was probably the best episode of the season. Not hard to top the best of the season though, is it? Like, it was good, but there was still some stupid shit in this episode. At least I have a general idea of where they're going, but it still just feels like not much happened, if you think about it, right? Now, Grace and Mo are in the tower, right? And now Alicia's in charge of, not the Stalkers, but a group of the Stalkers, kind of. Because, like, the Stalkers are, like, what would you call it? Like people that left. Like, they're deserters that left and turned bad. Did much change, really? I guess it just made Strand more bad. We had some cool moments, but I just, yet again, it's more character development than story progression. And yet again, like, the end of this episode is more evident that everyone's fucking stupid. Like, Morgan said, don't shoot. And they started shooting. How are they so... For what reason do you need to, like, shoot them multiple times? Just aim for the fucking head. I don't get it. I don't get it. And also, that stupid shit, it happens in every film. Like, you see shit coming towards you and you just freeze. It's like, move. Go. You wouldn't freeze in that moment. I'd be fucking gone. I'd be gone, dude. I'd be like, oh, nah, see ya, dude. Ta-ta. Fuck, next episode isn't a flashback, though. See, that's kind of annoying, though. Like, why did they credit Alicia Debnam-Carey throughout the whole season and she just doesn't appear? Was she filming something else? Is that why she didn't appear? Or was it some COVID stuff? That build-up to her being revealed was kind of stupid. Because it was so obvious. It's just annoying how, like, it's always just before the mid-season where shit picks up. It's so boring, dude. And so predictable. You know what would have been better? I feel like the better thing would have been like, oh shit, it's Madison. But it wouldn't make sense at all. Because it's like, why the fuck would Madison want Morgan? Right? But I feel like that would have been a bit like, holy shit, Madison. Maybe at the end of this season. Because the showrunners keep being dead elusive towards it. And it's weird. It's like, oh, never say never. Like, well, either she's dead or she's alive. What is it? It's probably the best episode of this season, but at the same time, I'm just trying to think, from a story standpoint, what happened? Realistically, what happened? Stuff we already knew, right? I knew Alicia would be out there somewhere, you know, like she'd be a part of like the Stalkers or whatever they are, you know, the Stalkers, like the good Stalkers, not the bad Stalkers. Doesn't matter. Either way, they're both dumb. The catapult shit. Where the fuck did they get a catapult? Like what? Like shit like that. It's like why half the shit's getting cut out. There's no sense of direction. Like okay, Strand is bad. But if Morgan was going to poison Strand, he had so many opportunities just to kill him. You know? Also, why didn't he fucking wash his hand after he did it? I don't get it. Legitimately, there's no story progression. Really. I know some people might say, oh, there is. But what actually happened from the start of the episode to the end of this episode, what happened? The only thing that happened was, oh, Morgan reunited with Dwight and Sherry. And he found Alicia. That was it. And then Grace is now at the tower. Realistically, that's all that happened that progressed the story. Like, okay, the end of the episode, sure, Strand is a bit more bad, and the symbolism there is interesting, but it's just conveying the fact that Victor is a bad guy in such an on-the-nose kind of way. It's so dumb. Because it was them just squabbling around in the tower for a little bit. Sure, like, explosions and shit happened, but realistically, if you take away that, right? Not much happened. Like, sure, Morgan and Strand were, arguing, and then obviously I was going to be a little bit underwhelmed if they teamed up, because that whole promotional material that they used to promote this season would have been pointless, right? If they were just going to team up. It probably would have made for the better outcome, but still. Because I'm just so fed up of like, oh, we've got to beat this bad group, blah, 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 blah. It's like the only thing the fucking shows can think of. There's better situations to do. Fucking look at The Last of Us, dude. It's not just bad groups, there's more to it than that. So yeah, like I said before, like it may be the best episode of the season, but it's not saying much considering the rest of the season's been pretty fucking shit. So all it takes is a little bit of a push and we're fine. But there's still not much story progression. Because I'm looking at it from a story standpoint. Now, I don't care about build-up. It's shit, because it happens every season. There's build-up towards this fucking mid-season point every fucking season. You can't do what the main show sometimes does, where it builds up to like episode 2 or 3, and then everything goes down in episode 3. You know, you don't spend a whole half building up towards something. It's just a boring formula, right? There's not much to it. It's just, oh, let's build to the mid-season, as usual, every fucking time, to actually progress the story, instead of doing it per, like, every 2 episodes, and what makes sense for the story instead of these pointless episodes that don't progress anything. The only thing that happened, yet again, was right at the end. We know how Strand's character works. We've established this. There's 7 seasons worth of his story in this show, so we know how his character works. So they're like explaining his character again, but just on the other side of the spectrum in terms of him being the villain. So it's just kind of dumb. Like, I know Strand is a villain. I've got the point. Howard seems to question his leadership, but it felt like that in episode 1 or 2 or whatever. I hope, like, we're done with this Victor Tower nonsense by next episode. I really do. It's dragging on too much, I think. Like, this should have been the episode where it ended. I think this episode would have been fine, and then you start the next story up with the mid-season. Also, how did them walkers follow Morgan back? Are they the ones from the tower and they just followed them back? Or was the Stalkers following Morgan and that? Did Grace lie about the radiated ones being in the Horde? And the Stalkers actually had them? And they followed Morgan and that back to the camp? Maybe, and then they let them free? Are the walkers contaminated? Like their blood's contaminated and then they put explosives in them? Is that what's happened there? We saw Wendell. I mean, he didn't know about Sarah being turned away, and then fucking Strand decided to tell him for some reason. Arnold seems like the big... I don't know if he seems like the big bad, but like the secondary villain. I guess. Like, I guess Arnold is what Teddy is. Right, kind of this second villain after Virginia. It just doesn't feel like Fear is an ensemble cast, you know? Like, there's only like 1 or 2 characters that always appear in the episodes. Like, this episode we had a bit more characters, which is fucking good. That's how it should be. But the episode still focused on like Victor or Morgan. You know, it was never multiple characters at once. Like I'm saying, I hope this season improves, but it doesn't matter if you have the whole season, because this first half is still going to be pretty shit. Even with things that happen later on in the season, it's still going to be a shit first half. That's just how it is. Just because the end of the half is a little bit good doesn't improve the whole half for me. It's still a bad half. The only way you can say a half is good is if every episode is fucking fantastic. That's the only way. So for instance, that would be season 9 for me, or season 1 of the main show. Every episode I think is perfect in season 1 of the main show and season 9 of the main show. Maybe not every episode of season 9. I think there's like 1 or 2 that are a bit questionable, but season 9 is definitely one of my favourite seasons. Season 6 is pretty good too. I hope the flashback stuff next episode doesn't take up like over half of the episode. Hopefully it only takes up like 10 minutes. You don't want to be padding it out for no reason. It's just annoying though, because you could have had... you could have had episode 2 be Alicia's flashback shit. You know what I'm saying? You could have had the episode 2, because like episode 1 would have established, okay, the bunker has been gone. She's not there anymore. Padre, what's Padre? And then the next episode, they tell you that. They show you what happened. And then we see Morgan in like episode 3 or something like that, instead of the fucking June. Or you could see Morgan, Grace, and then June and John in the same episode. God, this season could have been so well paced if it was handled so much better. I love how like Strand always just uses the tower roof to kill people. Like, he did it in the first episode with Will, right? He threw him over the edge, then he threw the painting over the edge, got the painting back. That would kind of had like the bloody side of it. That's what it was, right? It was blood, it wasn't like a shadow. Two-Face. Because that's how I kind of look at Strand. He's a two-faced liar, he's only out for himself, he's selfish. That's what you get when you see his character. That's how I feel anyway, because he is a selfish character. He uses Alicia as an excuse to make it look like he's selfless, but nah. Everything that happened was Victor's fault. Everything with the nuke was because of Victor. I don't think the Victor and Morgan stuff is going to lead anywhere, because they're not going to kill Victor. You know what fans of the Fear the Walking Dead are like. They start crying when you kill the characters off. So it's like they're not gonna kill Victor. Especially since he's a season 1 character, they won't kill him off. If they kill him off before Madison comes back, I think that's just dumb. Because you need Victor and Madison coming back scene. Maybe Madison could kill him. I'd be down for that. Fear, it really just has a problem with focusing on characters we don't really care too much about. Like, oh yeah, let's dedicate a whole episode to fucking Al trying to find her girlfriend, but not go find Alicia. Like, I care more about Alicia than I do about Al, because Alicia is one of the characters where this story began. It began with her family, you know? You can't go away from that. It's so dumb. Just like the writers have completely forgotten what the general idea of the show was. It's just become The Walking Dead, but a more, like, Western version of it, which to me is bad. Like, season 6 was good. I like season 6. Sure, it wasn't the best season, but it felt consistent with the pacing. This season seems to be all over the place. I don't know what they're going for this season, sadly. And I still don't, even after this episode. Like, okay, another cliffhanger. Yay! Like, the most interesting part of the episodes is always right at the end. And it's annoying as fuck. But it was an enjoyable episode, like I said. Good episode, probably the best of the season, but I still feel like not much progressed in terms of the story. It is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta! In fair.